After more than a decade of kissing the left wing's ass, woke mob's ass, pretty much anybody's ass that's not conservative libertarian, the news site Buzzfeed finally closes up shop. I am stunned. Not really. I'm Jazz Berganza, and this
I don't give a fuck.
is what's next. Happy Friday, everyone. Jazz Berganza, what's next? Your daily. Hope you guys are doing well on this Friday. TGIF, everyone. Now we hit the weekend. An institution. When you see an institution fall that has just been so legendary and story-breaking, it makes you want to cry, makes you want to weep, makes you want to take out a Kleenex. But unfortunately, this is not one of them. Buzzfeed, a left-wing rag who's been pretty much in and out of the news for the better part of the last decade, kissing ass of the left wing, the woke mob, and everybody else who's not conservative libertarian, has closed up shop finally. Fired everybody, laid everybody off. They are through, finished, kaput, done. A moment of silence. Anyway, here's the story. This comes out of Breitbart. Note, far-left Buzzfeed cuts 15% of its staff and then closes shop. Nice. After more than a decade of failure, far-left Buzzfeed News is finally shutting down. Buzzfeed CEO Jonah Peretti's memo announcing the mercy-killing Thursday morning, that the memo tweeted out by a media reporter from the far-left New York Times. In part. Additionally, I made a decision to overinvest in Buzzfeed because I love their work and mission so much. This made me slow to accept the big platforms won't provide the distribution or financial support required to support premium free journalism for effing social media. I'm sure those were expletives in there. Just as we reduced our footprint in New York City last year, we will be reducing our real estate in Los Angeles from 4 buildings to 1. HuffPo and BuzzFeed.com have signaled that they will open a number of select roles for members of BuzzFeed. Yes, we're going to pick up your scraps. As part of today's changes, both the CRO, Edgar Hernandez, and COO, Christian Besler, have made a decision to get the fuck out. Overall, Buzzfeed will cut 15% of its 1,200-person staff. To give you an idea of Buzzfeed's ongoing failure, the left-wing company stock is currently at 75 cents. This is down from $9.61 in December of 21. Wow. The reason Buzzfeed News is closing because Buzzfeed News sucks. Buzzfeed News has always sucked. Ben Smith effing launched this debacle wherever you want to go with this, over a decade ago, and has never made money. And there he is there. In his early days, Buzzfeed had made a college industry of attacking Breitbart News with lies and gossip. You see, they were very angry about us telling the truth and them, but the whole thing was biased and dull and doomed from the start. Then 9 years ago, Buzzfeed News fell off the radar entirely until Ben Smith violated every journalistic protocol ever written to publish deep state phony Russian dossier on Donald Trump. Yes, BuzzFeed went for the phoniness. Then everyone forgot about BuzzFeed. Then Ben Smith left to do business with Nazis in China, and now it's finally over. Gee, how America will muster on without headlines like these. Yes, you can overdose on weed. Here's what to do if you overdo it. Or Madison Beer, who revealed she attempted suicide after her nude videos were leaked online without her consent. She was 15. Or David Cho's casting on beef is Hollywood nepotism at its worst. The family of a 19-year-old who was left at a hospital barely breathing is speaking out after officials said much of the outrage of the case is based on misinformation. Travis Barker's ex-wife Shanna Mocha dragged Kourtney Kardashian after her son said she filled the empty spot in his heart and looked like things are getting seriously messy. I guess no one taught the BuzzFeed news staff about the difference between a headline and a poorly written paragraph. Here's the real beauty. 3 people were charged with murder in connection to a shooting at a Sweet 16 party that killed 4. Does BuzzFeed think that Sweet 16 party killed 4 people? Granted, the people on grammar was as bad as mine. Shouldn't point and laugh. Excuse me. But that's what we old folks call real wing. Granted, people with grammar as bad as mine shouldn't point and laugh. But that's what we old folks call a real wingding. Anyway, another left-wing media outlet is dead and Breitbart News is hiring. P.S. BuzzFeed News is such a failure, it didn't even break the big media news about BuzzFeed shutting down. Fake reporter? You think? Fake news. Fake journalism. He now bathes in that sweet, sweet China money. My thoughts. Kind of caught my eye on my Twitter feed yesterday in regards to it. And I was like, you know what? Why the hell not? Now, at one point, BuzzFeed was the cat's meow, to go old school. A lot of people went to BuzzFeed for breaking news before Twitter became big. And once Twitter became big, BuzzFeed was kicked to the curb. You know, rearview mirror, on the back burner, whatever term you want to use. But once they jumped on the Russia hoax train, forget it. At that point, they were toast. And now we see all these years later, they finally got the point to say, hey, you know what? There are so many other avenues out there to get real news. And we're not just talking Twitter. We're talking legacy media. And of course, multitudes of podcasters, video producers, content creators that are putting out real news out there. But Twitter's number one, as we all know. So to that, BuzzFeed, hardly knew you. Don't give too far. I'm Jasper Gonzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. Hit the notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. And we'll see you next time. Peace.